Hello guys and welcome to another log of Digimon Pendulum Color Nightmare Soldiers, and for today's log we have Pico Devimon, also known as Demi Devimon and the English version of his name. Anyway, before we continue today's log, just to say if you're a fan of Digimon or raising virtual pets, you've come to the right channel because I document all my Digimon and I upload at least twice a week. So if you're interested in such content, go ahead and shoot some Demi darts at the like and subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Alright, let's get down to today's log. We have Demi Devimon, also known as Pico Devimon, and as usual we start with etymology and origin of his name. You gotta break the name into two in order to explain the name. So Devimon, I think that's quite straightforward. Devi is short for devil, so it's kind of like related to Devimon, which will be coming up in a couple of logs soon. Pico, also known as Demi for the English version. Pico is the Japanese version of his name, is referring to the fact that it's very small. Demi, which kind of have a similar meaning, means half. So either way, they're just saying that it's a small Devimon or a Pico, like a half Devimon. So take a pick. Personally, I think Demi Devimon kind of is quite cool because it's an alliteration, something that I like. When as a literary student, I like things that have alliteration, where you have two consonants that are, not consonants, two syllables that mirror each other. So Demi Devimon is an example of alliteration, I think. Pico Devimon is quite cute as well, and it's also a cool name. So either way, anyway, those are his variations of his name. You don't have more than that. So that's his etymology and origin of his name. Let's look at his profile on Digimon.net. It's a small Digimon resembling a bat. Demi Devimon serves as a familiar to a higher level Digimon like Devimon and Mothersbaugh. So it's like a minion for Devimon and Mothersbaugh. Despite its low status, it is rumored to have been responsible for tempting Devimon, once an angel Digimon, to the dark side. Okay, I never knew this part of the lore, so it's very interesting, right, when we come across all these. What Demi Devimon lacks in power, it makes up for in malicious cunning, and is always causing trouble somewhere. Fond of darkness and typically in the company of higher level Digimon, it is rare to see Demi Devimon by itself. Its special move is Demi Darts, where it throws giant syringes at the enemy to drain their blood. So this is very cool. I really like Demi Devimon's artwork, and I think its sprite represents its artwork very well as well. But before we continue with talking about its sprite, let's look at evolution conditions. And as usual, when we go to evolution conditions, we go to humulos.com, awesome website for everything. So I document all the Digimon that are raised, I mentioned that earlier, and everything. Vital Bracelet BE, Digimon Color, Digimon Pendulum Color, Digital Monsters X, I always refer to humulos.com. So at the start of the channel, I've really been referring to his website, and it's great, right? So if you're ever stuck in trying to raise a specific Digimon and not knowing how to get it, go to humulos.com, you have your answers there. So I go there as well, that's why I recommend it. Demi Devimon evolves from Demi Devimon, right? And in this case, evolution conditions to get there, honestly, you just have to treat it terribly. Just have 0 condition hearts and no effort in training, and you'll get Demi Devimon, which is very surprising because I remember having the Nightmare Soldiers device, OG as well, and same deal. To get Demi Devimon, you have to treat it terribly, but its sprite looks so cool. And so far, it has always been a general rule of thumb: the moment you treat your Digimon badly, you get a terrible looking Digimon, and the terrible looking Digimon means that the sprite looks terrible as well, as usual. But Demi Devimon's sprite looks amazing. Its artwork is so cool, so it's kind of like different. Maybe it's like a Nightmare Soldiers thing, but anyway, even though it's a virus line, they just always have a very terrible pattern of, if you treat it terribly, you evolve to a virus type. But in the Nightmare Soldiers, because it's Nightmare Soldiers, the virus type have to look cool as well. So maybe that's a thing, right? So I always found this fascinating since I had the chance to play with my friends on Nightmare Soldiers OG Pendulum back then. and now in Pendulum Color, it's so nice to see Demi Devimon again. So this is one of the rare times when you get the virus type rookie and it looks cool. Usually the rookie of the virus rookie of the roster looks kind of derpy. It's like Otamamon doesn't look fantastic, but it's cute on hindsight and nostalgia. But when you got it back then, you know that little tadpole, you know that you screwed up, right? The little seashell that's coming up in Deep Savers, same thing as well, right? It just looks kind of derpy, but Pico Devimon is just cool. And I think around the time we started playing on the OG device, it was also when we saw its appearance on Digimon Adventure. So that was quite nice to see that, you know, relation, like, hey, I'm getting that, you know, that minion in that Digimon Adventure anime. So that is in relation to its sprite. And since we're talking about it, enough about its evolution condition, its profile, let's take a closer look at its sprite, shall we? Alright, here we have Demi Devimon on the device, and it looks so cool flying around. It's so nice to see. Not many of them actually fly around. I think the other one is Piccolomon, also known as Piximon. But yeah, then you get the shadow thing at the bottom. But this is so cool. And this is on the OG device, and this is so nostalgic looking at this. Oh man, and look at the sprite, the way it's flying around. It looks so cute when it's moving across the screen. I remember being very fascinated when I did raise Demi Devimon. And yeah, it's so exciting to see it here again. Anyway, let's see the feeding animation. Give it a piece of protein. There we go. As he's happy, his feeding animation looks so nice. It's so nice to see this. This is very accurate, especially the eyes being yellow. The way they colored it, yeah. And I think they did a good job there with whatever they could on 16 by 16 pixel. It actually looks quite nice and represents the artwork well. So no complaints there. Even back then on the black and white device, it looked cool already. Now it looks even better. Now let's see the training animation. Oh, virus, right. So just shake it a bit and we're there. There we go. I can't train it much because I have a specific evolution I want to obtain in the next few logs. So I gotta be careful. Alright, that was its dart. Do you see the darts were colored as well? So that's so nice. I like that touch there. Even though technically it's supposed to be an empty dart to drain the enemy's blood, so I don't know why they had to color it, but it still looks cool anyway. Just not consistent with the lore. This is angry animation. So we have a happy animation with the angry animation. That's so nice. Sorry, I can't train much more than that because I have a specific evolution condition to fulfill. So let's see the evening sky. Oh, it looks so good against the evening sky because of the color scheme, right? Because in the purple screen, it just looks too similar. It's almost camouflaging to the purple background. But when it's the evening sky, it's, you know, greenish, oh, it stands out even more. Looks nice. And let's see it saying no. New. And let's see, sleeping. And this is my best part. I remember this, and I remember this. It was so funny to see it sleeping upside down. Back then on the OG device as well. It slept upside down, and I was like, whoa, it sleeps upside down. And it's nice to see it again in color. It's so cute. This is one of the few Digimon that actually sleeps upside down. So that's Demi Devimon. For you, it sleeps like a bat, right? And I like it a lot. If you just look at it, it's so funny and so derpy when it sleeps upside down. Anyway, that's it for Demi Devimon's log for today's log. If you haven't already, please go ahead and shoot some Pico Dart or Demi Dart at the like and subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!